to Big Beard and Friends, episode 282. One day I'm going to get it. I'm telling you. I don't care what you say. Listen, first and foremost, on this Friday, I put in a days of work. I've been worked all week. I've done something all week, just like I'm sure you have. Or if it's not Friday and you're watching this at a later time, so be it. But I want to go ahead and tell you something first before I bring you this episode. I simply want to tell you that whatever you're going through, it will pass. Whatever you're facing, it will pass. You will overcome. Whatever it may be, whatever you can find that irritates you, or a situation, or a person, or a relationship, or a friendship, or a school, or a job, or a car, or I can keep going, right? Whatever it may be, I want you to know that you're not facing it alone. Now, I say that week after week after week, and you can easily say, Big Beard, you say that week after week after week, and you don't help me. You can't be there. You're right. I can't. But I can tell you that you're way more strong than you will ever, stronger than you will ever know. How do I know that? I hate to tell you this truth, but here it is. Your best days are ahead of you. And look how far you have come when you said you couldn't do it. Some of you, it may be a couple days, but some of you, it's been a long time. Some of us, it's been a very, very, very long time. You can look back on what you've been doing. Look back on how far you've come. Right? Because that's what matters, truly. It's not, where you're from. It's where you're going. It's where you're at. Truly. I promise you it's going to be okay, and don't you dare give up. I know it's easy to hear, and sure, it's easy for me to say, but I mean this. I'm one of the few people, I'm not saying nobody does, but I promise you here on the internet, anything on YouTube, anything you're going to hear, I mean that. I hope that you heal from things that you do not speak about. If you don't heal, you'll bleed problems all over everybody. And you're so much stronger than that. Right now, it seems like things aren't working out. Seems like things aren't going to pan out to where they're going. Let me tell you, they will, and it is. Some of the best things that's ever happened to you, you've never asked for and you've never prayed for. In other words, some of the best thing in your life has happened for reasons. You're not alone. I hope everything works out, and it will. I'm going to go right into this, folks. Check this out. Tonight, these are 27 crazy and weird fun facts. I mean, I've not read them. I've skimmed over them like I always do to make sure things aren't, some nasty words and stuff, but I don't read them. So I've seen this thing, it's about bananas and berries, and that's all I've seen out of 27. And matter of fact, now that I'm about to tell you about them, that's actually what the first one is tonight. So let me go ahead and tell you some facts that you may have known, you may not have known, you may even say, hey, nobody cares. Nonetheless, there are 27 crazy and weird facts, and it is all brought to you and inspired by my boss. I hope you're watching tonight. Number 1, bananas are berries, but strawberries are not. Now, before you start saying, Big Beard, you don't know what you're talking about, it might sound bananas, but botanically, because I'm a dork for agri-science and horticulture and agriculture, but botanically, bananas actually are classified as berries, and strawberries aren't. Strawberries actually considered aggregate, is it, you say that right? Aggregate fruits, because they form from multiple ovaries of a single flower. So next time you're munching on a banana, remember you're actually eating a berry. It's weird. Anyway, number 2, a day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. That's right. Venus is a fascinating planet, but it takes around 225 Earth days. So, wow. A day is longer than a year. So if you lived there, you'd have a birthday before the day was over. Wow. I just thought about it. See, I didn't read these, so I'm having this shock right when you're hearing it as well. All right, let's go ahead and say number 3 on this list tonight of 27 amazing and weird fun facts, which I'm getting from hellosubs.co. So that is hellosubs.co. Found it on the internet. Come and give them credit. Not my stuff. Number 3, there's a jellyfish that can live forever. Now, what do they mean by that? It's the Turritopsis dorni, also known as the immortal jellyfish. I probably butchered that word there, but it can potentially live forever, whether it's injured or old. It's weird. It can revert its life back to juvenile, when it was a juvenile form, and start its life cycle all over again. That process is called transdifferentation. And if you've not heard about that, it's once again, it's a very cool thing that a jellyfish can do. It's called the dorni. We just say the immortal jellyfish because I can't say the big word. Number 4, octopus have 3 hearts. Did you know that? Did you know that octopus are incredible? They're not 1, 2, but 3 hearts. 2 of those hearts actually pump blood to the gills, while the third one pumps to the rest of the body. So they have that extra heart, helps them survive in the deep, and or the oxygen levels are low. Well, and it doesn't do that. It doesn't affect them. Makes sense, right? Yes. Number 5, honey, which I knew this, never spoils. I think you did too. Honey's one of those few foods. You say foods? Yeah, it's a food. I call it a delicatessen. It's like the earth supply of candy, and that you can say about a lot of things, but you really do say that about the honey. It can last forever. Archaeologists have found pots of honey in the ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old, and it is still perfectly edible. The secret in its natural preservations and low moisture content. That's where they look at that at. That's where it's fun. That's where it's science. The low natural preserves. Well done. The secret is that's what happens. It's cool. 3,000 years. I want to taste the honey. I'm sorry. It's what I want to do. If it was sealed, you open it up, and it makes you wonder too. How do they get honey? Where do they think about the honey? How do they find the honey? Maybe I'll perhaps do a show on that. I don't know. That would be cool to know. Number 6 on this list of 27 amazing and fun facts that I got from hellosubs.co. There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on Earth. That should scare the hell out of you. I don't mean like, I'm scared for my life scared. I just mean it should scare you to think that there's more stars than all the grains of sand on Earth. We got seven oceans. I think it's one big body of water. They call it 7, whatever. But you know what I mean. That's more than all the grains of sand on the whole entire beach in the world. That's you can't imagine looking up and trying to count the stars. It says you can't. It's impossible. So weird. Awesome facts. I told you it's weird. Here's one for you, boss. Number 7, a group of flamingos is called a what? A flamboyance. A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. Flamingos are already pretty fancy with their pink feathers, right? But did you know that a group of them is called a flamboyance? It's a fitting name for such a flashy and fabulous bird, right? I think we know some people who could be called flamboyants. Nothing wrong with it. I'm saying if you use that. I don't know if that's the good grammar, or you just say it just about flamingos. Interesting. Either way, they're awesome creatures. They're awesome creatures all over. But there you go. Number 8, the world's largest snowflake. Now, here's one that gets you thinking. The largest snowflake ever recorded was 15 inches wide and 8 inches thick. And it fell in Fort Co. I guess it's Keogh, Montana in 1887. 15 inches wide and 8 inches thick. That's a snow, dude. That will bust your head open. The shortest war in history, let's go ahead and move on here, lasted 38 minutes. That's right. In 1896, the Anglo-Zanzibar War between the British Empire and the Sultanate of Zanzibar holds a record for the shortest war in history. It was 38 minutes. The British emerged victorious in like record time because that's what the Brits do, right? It's awesome. All right, number 10. Some frogs can freeze without dying. They can freeze. They have this thing that some of them, they can freeze solid during the winter, and when the ice forms in their bodies, and then thaw out and hop away when the weather warms up. Frogs are I don't know. They're special. It says there's special protein in their cells that prevents them from being damaged by the ice. But frogs have I don't know if they have a good life or a great life, but they got to have that life jumping from predators. I mean, I don't know if they got tons, but things, people, hey, it's whatever. Listen, number 11, sea cucumbers. I can't picture them right now, but check this out. They can eject their guts. They have a unique defense mechanism, wouldn't you say? Don't worry, they can regenerate the lost organs within a few weeks. So do they float around without the organs, or do they know? It's weird. Did you know that some fish can actually, number 12, they can walk on land? It says the mud skipper fish can walk on land using their pectoral fins like legs. They can move across like mud flats. I've seen videos of that. Very, very weird. Very cool at the same time. The longest word in the English language is 189,819 letters long. It's the chemical name for the protein known as titin. Saying this word could take about 3.5 hours. Really? We need to say it one day. Look it up. Number 14, cows have best friends. Makes sense because it makes sense. Now listen, they're social animals with strong friendships. They enjoy spending time with each other and together, and they love each other and friendships. They even form herds based on friendship. If you know that, then you know that. Number 15, the heart of a blue whale is so big that a human could swim through its arteries, weighing as much as 1,300 pounds. It's the largest heart of any living creature on Earth. Oh my goodness. Wow. A jiffy is an actual unit of time. Did you know that? Listen, a jiffy is actually, you probably heard somebody say, and if not, it's not out of the norm to hear, I'll be back in a jiffy. Well, jiffy is a real unit of measurement. Now, this one got me, and I'm reading it here, and this is one of the ones I skimmed over earlier. In physics, it represents the time it takes from light to travel from 1 centimeter in a vacuum, which is approximately like 33 billion quadrillion picoseconds. So I'll be right back. Like in a hurry. So maybe you can say jiffy and you think it means like it's picoseconds? I didn't even know that word existed. I don't know. Did you know butterflies taste with their feet? Well, you do now. Check this out. Butterflies usually don't use their mouths to taste. They don't usually. They use their feet. And actually, it's not usually. That's a lie. They don't use it at all. They use their feet. When a butterfly lands on a plant, it tastes the leaves to determine if it's a suitable place to lay its eggs. You got to remember, when you see it, that's what they're doing. They can even detect chemicals with their feet. So when they land there and you go to catch them and they jump off, boom, they already know. And they might jump off without you touching them. Maybe some crappy chemicals on the plant. Some frogs glow in the dark. You know what? They help them communicate and even ward off predators. kind of like having their own nightlight. It's true. Very true. A day on Jupiter. A day on Jupiter. If you lived on Jupiter, it would be, let's see, it's the fastest spinning planet. So, complete run rotation in just about 10 hours. That means if you lived on Jupiter, your day would only be 10 hours instead of 24. But imagine how many more sunrises you'd get to see and sunsets. I don't know. That would be cool. Koalas have fingerprints. They're even cuter under a microscope. Go check them out. Didn't know that, but it's hard to tell making koalas and primates hand fingers prints. Very weird. They're right there on each other. Cool. Did you know blue whales eat 500,000 calories in one mouthful? What? I do good to try to do a 2,000, and look at me. I'm the only guy you've known that's tried to work out for 15, 14 years, and I'm still fat. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing. All right, look. Listen, blue whales can consume 500,000 calories in a single mouthful. That's a head scratcher. What? Think about it. That's a lot, right? They need that to just sustain the energy, and their diet reflects that, but just to retain the energy to even come up and breathe a moment and go down. What? Crazy. Listen, sloths can hold their breath longer, than dolphins. They can hold their breath longer than dolphins? Yeah. Up to 40 minutes, which is longer than most dolphins, period. 40 minutes, sloth can? But it's that rate that they slow down their heart with. It's like a third of its normal rate, conserving energy and oxygen. I'm serious. The Eiffel Tower, number 23, can actually be 15 centimeters taller in the summer. It's made of iron, and when iron gets hot, it expands. And this actually means that a tower can grow up to 15 centimeters taller during the summer month due to, what do you call it? We know you went to science. That's called thermal expansion. That happens. Look it up. You don't think it's real? It's real. I do remember that. Because, iron, metal gets hot enough and it moves. And in this case, once again, iron. That's a lot. That's a lot. Look up 15 centimeters and then that's a lot. Number 24, there are possible iterations of a game of chess than there are atoms in the known universe. So you could come up with more possible iterations of a game of chess, than we know atoms in the universe. That's a lot of ways to play chess. I don't even know if I know that many words. Number 24 on this 27 amazing and weird facts from HelloSubs.co. There are more possible, polar bears. I can't even get it right tonight. We're on a roll tonight, trying to get this done. Got things to do tonight. It's weird. Polar bears have black skin. Now listen, before you go arguing, some of you know that, some of you don't, but underneath that thick white fur, they have black skin, and that actually helps them absorb and retain the heat from the sun, keeping them warm in the freezing Arctic environment, which is really cool. Sometimes I wish I had like the black skin with the hair, white hair all over the place. That would be odd, I guess, looking, but at the same time, you wouldn't be so probably miserable in the summer and the heat in the winter. Weird. Number 26 tonight, folks. Hummingbirds can fly backwards. You probably knew that, and if you didn't, you just found that out. You do now. Hummingbirds are the only birds that can fly backwards, and not to mention their unique wing structure allows them to hover forwards, fly forwards, backwards, and you know what they can do? This isn't one of them. They can even go upside down. So that's pretty cool for the hummingbird that can fly backwards. Very cool. Number 27 from the 27 amazing and weird fun facts. You can get it at HelloSubs.co. HelloSubs.co. And you can join the page and look at it. They are very cool people here. But number 27, the shortest commercial flight in the world. And if you guys get this right, I'll give you like 5 minutes. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'll give you like 5 seconds. How about 3 seconds? I'll give you just a few seconds to understand and tell me if you know the shortest commercial flight in the world. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's what I'm going to tell you. 57 seconds. 57 seconds. It operates between the island of Westray and Papa Westray in Scotland, covering a distance of just 2.7 kilometers. You may go, well, what is that to us people here in the nation? That's 1.7 miles. That's light. So by the time you got on and sat down, it'd take you more time to wait than it would your flight, which normally is, whatever, but that's wild. 57 seconds between those islands of Westray and Papa Westray in Scotland. Never been there. I hear it's nice. Really, I do. Guys, I hope you've had some fun tonight. I've had some fun doing this show. I always love this. A friend of mine and my boss earlier in the week said he has watched the show and he loves the fun facts and the things that I do. So that he can get into, but me talking, he just don't care. But that's why I'm doing it tonight. Hope you had fun. I love doing this. I'm going to go to 1,000, so get used to the base 282 tonight. So that means next week 283, 84, if I find it to be 300. 300's coming up right around. So join me next Friday. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I could do facts. I could do talking. I could do lives. You never know. But what are those 3 words that I say week after week after week after week after week that take me out of this show? Oh, love, peace, chicken grease. Later, guys, and thanks for watching.
Presentation.